What should we call this? The height wars? The height mysteries? Look at this video from a couple days ago when they faced off, Buatsi and Richards. Buatsi appeared to be the taller man. Hey, look at his eye level, the top of his head. But yet, today at the weigh-in, when they face off, Richards appears to be the taller man. Now his eye level is higher. Now the top of his head is higher. Look at his shoulders compared to Buatsi's shoulders. What's going on here, people? It is a mystery. Now, one thing I can tell you is that in boxing, a lot of fighters lie about their height. It's kind of like wrestling in that sense. Even though boxing is real and wrestling is pretend, people in boxing still like to exaggerate their stature. I think in a lot of cases, it's just for marketing purposes. But in certain instances, you get guys like Vladimir Klitschko, who I'm sure, I can't prove this obviously, but I'm sure there's been certain times when he's worn lifts at certain face-offs. I think against Tyson Fury, and I seem to remember something similar against Anthony Joshua, where at one of the face-offs, Klitschko appeared to be taller than AJ. And I think he was wearing lifts. If you don't know what lifts are, these are lifts. They're things that you insert into your shoe to give you a few, look at it's bizarre, a few extra inches in height, right? These are what lifts are. So I think Vladimir Klitschko was trying some cheap parlor trick at a couple of his face-offs against opponents, trying to make himself appear taller and bigger than he actually is to try and intimidate them. Something like that. Now, I don't know whether that's going on here with Buatsi and Richards. Maybe it's just a case of Richards had flat shoes on with a really thin sole, like some Adidas Sambas or something, and Buatsi had thick-soled trainers on. And then perhaps in this face-off, it's the opposite, because they did zoom out on the face-off here at the weigh-in, and both guys were wearing their trainers. So you can't say that somebody was barefoot. They both had trainers on. But somehow, Buatsi is the shorter man here, when earlier on in the week, he was the taller man. So you figure it out, folks. Obviously, it doesn't matter that much, but it's just a bit of a laugh. It's something extra to talk about, and some people might think it does matter to some degree, because if you're in your head thinking of Buatsi as the taller guy, and perhaps prior to this face-off, you were thinking Richards was the taller guy, then this might change your perspective on how the fight will go. Now you're thinking, maybe Richards won't be able to keep Buatsi on the outside. Maybe he won't be able to keep him on the end of a jab because Buatsi's actually taller than him. Where previously you'd thought Richards was the taller guy. But now after seeing the weigh-in, Richards appears to be taller, Buatsi appears to be shorter, and now you're thinking, okay, maybe Richards can control things on the outside. Who knows? And yeah, as far as what's going on here with the height, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Is somebody wearing lifts? Is it just a case of the different thickness and the soles of the shoes? Is someone trying to play psychological games here? As I mentioned in the previous video, Buatsi is officially listed at 6'2". I've seen Buatsi in person, and he's definitely a solid 6'2". Craig Spider Richards, I've never seen in person. I think he's listed at 6'1". Well, how can a guy listed at 6'1" be taller than a guy who's 6'2"? And remember, when Craig Spider Richards fought Dmitry Bivol, Bivol is listed at 6 feet. So there's no way that and Richards was clearly taller than Bivol when they were face to face. Even in the ring, when they both got their thin-soled boxing boots on, they were face to face when the referee was reading the instructions, and Spider Richards was clearly taller. I want to say he was more than an inch taller. So I have to imagine that Spider is taller than the 6'1" height that he's officially given. And Buatsi is the 6 foot. I've seen him in person. So I want to say Buatsi is definitely the 6'2". Richards might be closer to 6'3". Probably don't matter, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Both guys obviously in tremendous condition. And that's the norm for most weight divisions outside of the heavyweight division, right? Being ripped and chiseled is the norm for the top level fighters, because these guys, in most instances, when they're in the ring, they're going to be way, way north of the actual division limit, which is, in this case, 175 pounds. Buatsi's going to be coming in there, what? Well over 180 pounds. I have to imagine the same with Craig Spider Richards? Are they guys who are close to 190? I'm not sure how big a light heavyweight either one of these guys is. I don't know. But to give you an example, Ramirez, who fights at light heavyweight, apparently, I can't confirm that this is true, but I'm told that this is what the commentators said. Ramirez, for his last fight, weighed 200 pounds in the ring, there or thereabouts. And this is a light heavyweight. So you're talking about 25 pounds north of the light heavyweight limit. All right. So no wonder when they turn up, and I'm not saying these guys are going to be 25 pounds north of the light heavyweight limit, but this is why virtually everybody at any kind of decent level in boxing in any division other than heavyweight is chiseled. You have to be able to get down to the division limit. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below.